Hello everyone, so today we will be discussing about how you can convert your multiple videos into a vault-like information to have a knowledge graph. So basically we would be discussing about how you can convert video into a knowledge graph with the description and details around it. And for that we will be using Obsidian MCP and TwelveLabs MCP. So let's first configure both of the MCP and then we'll see how you can easily do create a knowledge graph. So let's go to the installation of the TwelveLabs MCP. So here you can see in the documentation, you can do a lot of stuff with the TwelveLabs MCP, like from video index management to video search, analysis, creation and retrieval of video embeddings, which we will be seeing afterwards. And there are like many ways to connect it with Cloud Desktop, with Cursor, VS Code. Here we will be focusing more on the Cloud Desktop. So make sure that you copy this snippet and then we'll see how you can configure it to the Cloud Desktop. So first we will be configuring the TwelveLabs MCP. So let's go to the Cloud Desktop. Here you can just go to the settings or you can just go here, search and tools. And here you can see I have already connected the TwelveLabs MCP and you can see all of the tools available. But let's see like how you can configure. So, okay. So as soon as I open the edit config here, the Cloud Desktop config.json opened up and the snippet which we copied, we'll just paste it here. And here you can see the main remote server is the mcp.12labs.io. And here I have applied the API key, which is not visible to you, but here I have applied my API key. So you can also generate your API key via going to TwelveLabs Playground, and so that you can run the tools on your already indexed video so that it would be more easier to make use of it. So now we have configured the TwelveLabs MCP. Let's go to the Obsidian. Make sure that you have the Obsidian set up and downloaded on your local. And if you don't know about Obsidian, it's about the vaults which contains the nodes and also the knowledge graph of the connection between the nodes. So let's see how you can build it by having a set of video, as in 4-5 videos, and the relation between it and the nodes can be generated and stored into the Obsidian. So we'll go to the Obsidian MCP server and let's set up the MCP server. So here you can see all the guidelines of how to configure it, and this is the whole snippet, but we'll make it more easier. So I will just copy this as we have already the MCP server. So we'll just copy this much and then we'll go to the ID again. So here we'll just see and we'll add. Now here you can see it's been specified that auto approve and disable and timeout. We actually don't need to specify a lot of stuff, so we can also remove all this stuff. Okay, and also we don't need this, so we'll also remove this. Okay, thing we need is command and Obsidian API key. So let's see how you can generate the command and the Obsidian API key so that it's easier for you to set it up. So you need to go to the Obsidian. After opening the Obsidian, go to the settings. After that, go to the community plugins, and here you can, I have enabled it, so that's why it's visible. I can just browse around community plugins. So the two plugins which is important for this use case is local REST API, which is installed. So you just need to open this and install it here. I have already installed, so that's why it's looking like this. And the other thing is the MCP server, MCP tools, and you need to download this from here. As soon as you will download this, you will get that this here, and also you will get the API key which you need to configure in the Cloud Desktop. You will be getting from here. So as soon as you download the MCP server and also you have the API key, you just need to configure here. The command here consists of the path of the MCP server, and the Obsidian API key is just the local REST API key which you generated. So I have applied both of them here, and now we are all ready to do the experimentation. So let's go to the Cloud Desktop. So now after having a configuration, do reopen the Cloud Desktop so that the MCP that we have connected is configured well. So now you can see here We can see the TwelveLabs MCP being configured well, and also the Obsidian MCP with lot many tools. So let's, and at the left hand side you can see my TwelveLabs account. Here you can see the particular index and this many videos. What we want is the particular a very subtopic which has been discussed, which is kind of a similar or kind of a related in all of the videos, to have a kind of a very concise notes to be created, and also the interconnectivity between them. So first, let's say videos in the education videos. So let's see. Here it got the education videos and also the index ID, so that it can retrieve the all the video information. You can see video URL and all the videos here, like what is the context window here also you can see. So now what we need to create, we need to create a multiple subtopics concept and the relation of all of the videos between that, and also having a particular related nodes and nodes around it, so that we need to create a multiple vaults in the have the prompt multiple sub nodes and stored it in the Obsidian vault. Let's again mention, like, make sure to have only 5 lines and the related nodes, just because we don't want like to have very detailed one, because it will take time. So let's have a look. So now it started getting the topic first, from the first, then the summary. You can see the video ID on both is the same, and here again the topic. Summary. This will run, like this two will run like topic and summary for all of the videos. So by the time you can see my Obsidian account here, you can see it's empty and there is like untitled files, and the plot is just like two unrelated notes. So now all of the summary and um, the whole topic got generated, and now it started creating a vault. First here you can see context windows in LLMs, and related you can see tokenization, large language model, computational complexity, self-attention mechanism, and here are the related concepts. So now it says like 12 interconnected nodes into your Obsidian vault from all this like 5 educational videos. So let's have a look at the Obsidian. Here you can see it created all of the 12 here around transformer architecture, and this is whole of the connection which is very weirdly connected. Here you can see the PCA is very different topic as compared to all other applied generative AI concept, and that's why this graph is totally different here, which mainly discusses about curves of dimensionality, data visualization, dimensionality reduction, and machine learning. And here the large language model is the main one which have the connection with this, and this having a connection with other entities you can see. And from here I can just directly go to, maybe from large language to prompt engineering, I can see the nodes around it, or maybe I can go to model fine tuning and I can see this, or from large language to transformer architecture to tokenization to self attention mechanism. So this is the way you can like have interconnectivity of all of the relations, and also to get to know about okay what it actually means. So this is how you can connect with the Obsidian. There are other ways to have like the video to knowledge graph, and we'll see that too. Here if you see the prompt which I provided is like, could you please make sure to analyze by crafting open-ended short prompt to just get the like proper subtopic entity and the relation between the entity by analyzing the large language model, so that we can create a network knowledge graph here itself. And now it's trying to analyze as a list all technical concepts and the relation to each other with open-ended, and it's trying to analyze that video. Now it's trying to get like more specific. Here it got all the result, but okay, it's trying to get the entities and the relationship around it. If we see, the prompt is like create a detailed entity relationship map showing entity name, where what it enables or depends on, and specific connection between concepts. Here, after everything, it started creating the knowledge graph here itself. This is like, if you would like to have a video and just wanted to understand, okay, what's the roadmap around it, or what's the way through, or which topics is actually related to something which is like on a bigger terms, like here, the if you see all the video topics, you will get to know, okay, the bigger term here is large language model, and there is the subtopics or the things associated around it. So it's like easily you can navigate around it. And here it created, yeah, so here you can see foundation large language model, foundation model. Here is like it's having a discussion of 175 billion parameter large language model. Here it's going to training, fine tuning, foundation model, data is going to the training and foundation. And here is the architecture. This is like by inference. When you provide LLM by inference, you get chatbot, content generation, code generation. So these are like the flow which you see. More complicated video can be taken into consideration, and as for that you can create a graph around the entities and the relationship between them, because as you can see here, you see is like the foundation model specialized to training process, and these are like all the relations. So you can just experiment with any other videos. So that's all for this video to knowledge graph or vault creation by using Obsidian MCP and 12Labs MCP. And this is also one of the experimentation where you can just make use of 12Labs MCP and create a knowledge graph out of it. So thank you.